What's up YouTube, it's your boy Disruptive here, coming at you with another fat ass Minecraft tutorial. What the hell am I doing right now? But yeah, so today I'll be showing you guys how to create 5 different biome specific starter bases. All 5 of these are relatively easy to build and require minimal resources, which is the whole point of these builds. They are also all easily expandable into a full base design. Before we get started, I'll do a tour of all 5 bases, which is probably going to be like 10 seconds each as there really isn't much to cover. Alright, so here's base number 1, and yep, that's it. Just kidding, I'll go a little bit more in depth. So first up, we have the mountain base. This one isn't really a mountain base, it's more of like in the side of a mountain base, but that doesn't really roll off the tongue, does it? So for the front entrance, we obviously have this great big open window which lets you see into the entire base. We also have these nice like 2 roofs here. We got a little one above the door and then another one above the big window. Also a little bit of light as well to keep the mobs at bay. So heading inside, we have kind of 2 columns, 2 different sides for the base. So this could be used for 2 different players if you wanted to. And also another thing to note is that with these chests, you could place them the other way like this to get more storage. I just felt like it looked nicer having the chests like this. And then on the back wall, we also have just a little bit of furnaces. You could also extend this up and down if you wanted this whole thing to be filled with furnaces. Again, I just felt like it looked nicer this way. And then down below here, we just have some basic crafting blocks. And then we also have a couple of barrels up here just for some little extra storage. And that pretty much covers it for this base. So now let's head on to the next one. Next up, it's onto the ocean base. As you can see, this one is obviously in the ocean, under the water. So this one's probably the hardest one to build, but was that? So this one's obviously going to be the hardest one to build, but it's also the nicest looking in my opinion. Also, you need to find a pretty specific area to be able to build this. You need to find like a sheer kind of cliff like this, although this is man-made, this cliff here. So it's not too hard to do it yourself if you can't find a good spot for it. So as you can see, there's ladders here. So to get into the base, we have a trapdoor here. Now the reason I have 2 trapdoors is because if we only have this one, it just looks kind of weird. It looks kind of flat. And then if we only have the top one, then when we open it, the water will leak into the base. So we've just got 2 trapdoors. So yeah, so heading down the ladder, we're now into the base. On the left side here, we have our 9 chests set up in a way so that they are all openable at the top. Then to the right, we have the smelting, the crafting, a bunch more storage and barrels around here, and also our essential crafting blocks. And then to the right of that is the bedroom with some more personal storage. And that pretty much covers it for the ocean base. Now let's head on to the next one. So next up we have the plains biome base, and instead of this one going into the side of a cliff, this one instead goes down into the ground. Now on this side here we have the ladder, so we can just open up this trapdoor and head down. And then like before, we have a bunch of chests, crafting, and furnaces. This time in a little bit of a more different setup. Also the chests here don't go up to the top because unfortunately, this is the surface here, and if you put chests there, they won't be able to open. So this was the best thing I could come up with. We also have a little bit of hidden lighting in the back there as well. And then if we turn around, we have the ladder here, which is on trapdoors, just to kind of make it feel a little bit more open and spacious. And back here, we also have the bed, and we have a little extra, like more personal storage in some barrels back here. And that's pretty much it for the plains biome base. Now let's head on to the next one. Next up, we have the flower forest house. This one, like the first one, is going into the side of like a little kind of cave thing. At the front, we have a bunch of flowers to match the biome that it's supposed to be built in. We also have some more flowers in pots here. Now, heading inside. This one's a little bit more spacious than the previous 2. So we have a bunch of storage here in some double chests, and then we have a lot of barrels across the entire roof. To the right of the chests, we have some crafting blocks here and just some decoration as well. To the right of that, we have a bunch of furnaces, and then behind the furnaces, we have the bedroom with, once again, some personal storage and some barrels. Now, this house also has a lot of pots with flowers. These might be kind of hard to obtain in the beginning, so obviously you'd kind of work towards getting these and putting them in your house to kind of make it match the flower forest that it's supposed to be built in, but you could of course leave most of these out if you wanted to. So that pretty much covers it for the flower forest house. Now let's go on to the last one. So last up, we have the snowy biome house. This one is meant to look more like it's kind of been built into a cave, and we have this kind of big spruce kind of entrance. We also have a nice window here as well, just to let some sunlight into the base. So heading inside, this one is very spacious again, kind of like the last one. On the back, similar to the last base as well, we have chests here, and to the right of that, our crafting blocks. We have a armor stand in the center as well, and some barrels along the top. On the left side, this side is pretty much purely decorative. We have a nice fireplace, some carpet and some shelves and stuff. And this is me just pretty much trying to keep the base kind of looking cozy because it's supposed to be in like a snowy biome, so it's supposed to be kind of cozy inside, in my opinion. And then behind the fireplace we have the bedroom, which once again we got a bunch of carpet, trying to keep that cozy look going. And that pretty much does it for the snowy base. So if you want to build all of these or any one of these, stick around and we'll get started on the tutorial right now. Firstly, find a nice flat area on the side of a mountain and go ahead and dig out this shape shown here. Once you're done taking out the shape, we're going to add on our spruce door, and then it's time to add on the glass. This is a repeating pattern of glass blocks and glass panes. Next up, it's time to whip out the scaffolding and create the top roof along the top of the window. Now with the top roof done, add some fences on here with some lanterns attached below. And then create the secondary roof just above the doorway. Now to finish up the outside area, we're going to add in these little bushes here and surround them with fences, just to try and keep them looking like they've been contained, I guess. And then add in the pathway with coarse dirt and grass path. And with that, the exterior design is now completed. Next, we're going to excavate this shape out of the entire base, and we're going to push that in by 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then just extend that shape all the way around. Next, let's add in a bunch of little details. Firstly, this strip of stripped spruce wood, these 2 stone slabs here. We're going to take out this little section here and add in some stone stairs. Take out this area here for the chests, and then above those chests we're going to put in some slabs so that they can open. And then just repeat this on the other side. And to finish off the details, just chuck in a couple of leaf blocks. Next, let's start on the back wall. Firstly, add some barrels along the top, and then some essential crafting blocks below. And then we're going to add in some spruce stairs and trapdoors. Now for in the actual back wall, add in this strip of furnaces like this. Now add a lantern on top, and then below on the anvil, chuck on a pot with any flour. Next, let's add in all of our double chests. Temporarily take out this stone wall so that you're able to actually place them in like this. And then just go ahead, fill it in with the chests, place the wall back in, and then chuck on a bed, and then do the same on the other side. And with that, the mountain base is now completed. Now let's move on to the ocean base. So firstly, you're going to have to find a pretty specific location under the water like this. But before we get started, let me quickly have a swig of my night vision. So this base actually has the exact same shape as the previous one, except this time we're just adding glass on the front. Now it's time to add in the outline. Along the top and the bottom, add in some stone slabs, and then in all of the corners, we're going to add in some stone stairs, just like this. And then on the sides, we're going to add in some more stone stairs, and then in between those stairs, add in a stone block. Next, let's head into the inside and start excavating the area for the base. Be sure to actually close yourself in as well so the water doesn't get annoying. Now just excavate the same shape as the glass on the front, and then we're also going to extend this in by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then go ahead and excavate all of that stone. Next, let's go to the bottom right side and we're going to count 4 blocks away, and on the 4th block we're going to add in some trapdoors. And on these trapdoors we're going to be placing some ladders, which is where our entrance is going to be. So just extend your ladders all the way up to the water, and then once we reach the water is where we're going to be placing our trapdoors. Now I already explained in the tour why we're adding 2, so I'm not going to explain it again. Next, it's time to add in the storage, but before we do, it's time for a little bump on the night vision potion. And now we're going to add in some stone stairs here along the top as well, and then take out this 3x3 area for the chests. Now take out this little area here temporarily, and then replace the top stone with stone slabs so that all of the chests can open. And then just chuck in a bunch of double chests, just like this. And then just make sure all of the top ones open, and now it's time to move on to the back wall. So let's add in a bunch of spruce stairs, just like this, all the way around in all the corners, and then fill in the gaps with spruce trapdoors. Next, take out another layer of stone behind this ring of spruce stairs and trapdoors that we just created. And then on the sides and the top, add in some barrels, and then along the bottom, add in the essential crafting blocks, anvil, blacksmithing table, and then a grindstone. Then in the middle of these, we're going to add in some more spruce stairs and some more trapdoors in all of the gaps. And then once again behind this, we're going to take out another layer of stone, and then around the edges create a ring of furnaces, and in the center put in a crafting table. Now it's time to create the bedroom. So we're going to start off by excavating this little area here. Now we're going to add in 6 barrels in the back here. This is like the personal storage. Then we're going to add in some spruce stairs in this orientation like this. Place some slabs in front of the bottom ones. And then we're going to place some spruce stairs up here as well. Replace this stone block with some spruce and place a slab up there. And then add in a trapdoor right here and chuck on your bed. Now finally add a lantern in. You could have done this before if you wanted. And also add in a strip of stripped spruce wood right here. And then that is the ocean base completed. Now let's head on to the next one. So this base can be made pretty much anywhere. It doesn't have to be in a plains biome. But we're going to start off by digging a hole that is 3x3 and 4 deep. Now with the hole completely excavated, let's cover it up with glass. And then in each corner, add in some stripped spruce wood. And then to the sides of each of those, add in a spruce slab. And then in between all of those spruce slabs, add in a spruce trapdoor. And then on this one specifically, make sure you place it like this so that we can place the ladder on. And then chuck on some lanterns on all of those spruce logs. Next, let's dig down below that trapdoor for our entrance and jump down. Make sure you have ladders for this part so that you can get back out. But add a spruce plank on here, and then we're going to add some spruce trapdoors just like this so that we can place the ladder on those. Now it's time to do a little bit more excavating. Make sure to dig out this area. We're going 3 deep here. Then for this area, dig out another 3x3 section. This one is 2 deep. And then to the right of that, we're going to dig another 2 deep 3x3 section. Above all of these, just next to the glass, we're going to replace all these dirt blocks with spruce planks. And now let's add in our furnace area. So add in a strip of furnaces, blast furnaces, and smokers. And then in front of this, we're going to add in some spruce stairs in all the corners, and then trapdoors in all of the gaps. Now moving to the left of that, we're going to add in our crafting area. So let's do the same thing, add some spruce stairs in all the corners, and then spruce trapdoors in those gaps. And then for the crafting blocks, we're going to place a smithing table, crafting table, and then an anvil. Replace that block there with spruce planks. And then to the right and left, add some barrels. Next, let's move on to the storage area. Firstly, add some trapdoors along the top here. And then we're going to add in all of our double chests. You might have to temporarily remove some of this dirt here so we can place in the last 2. And then back here, we're going to add a lantern. And behind here, also add in some spruce planks, just so we don't have this kind of ugly looking dirt behind all of the chests. And then add in some spruce stairs in all these corners, spruce trapdoors as well, just like the other 2 that we've already done. And then replace all of the exposed dirt here that you can see with spruce planks. And then with that, the storage, crafting, and furnace areas are all done. Now let's move on to the bedroom. Firstly, let's excavate all of the dirt. We're going 3 deep here. Then add a stripped spruce wood here, and then place some stairs and a trapdoor here. And then we're going to add on the roof, place 1 trapdoor, and then fill the rest with slabs. And then on this side, we're going to add in some stripped spruce wood. And now let's move on to the actual bedroom. We're going to add in some spruce planks here, take out this little area here, and chuck a lantern on right here. Do the same thing on the other side. Next, add some stairs in right here, and then we're going to put some trapdoors right here as well to kind of create this little arch look. Above this, add in some slabs. Then add in your bed, and behind the bed where all the dirt is, we're going to replace all of that with barrels. And now that is the plains biome base done. Now let's move on to the next one. So for this one, you're going to need a little flat cliff like this, and let's start off by placing in our oak door. To the left of this, let's place in some stripped oak logs, and also to the right as well. Next, spaced away 1 from that, let's add in some more stripped oak logs, and do the same on the other side as well. And then in that gap, replace the stone with oak on the top and bottom. And then add 2 oak blocks right here as well. Next, it's time to add on the roof. So firstly, let's place 2 slabs just like this. Place some stairs and then some oak trapdoors as well. Then another slab and cap it off with a fucking sign. And then just do the same thing on the other side as well. Next, chuck a fence on there and put a lantern underneath it as well. Do the same thing on the other side. Then remove these 2 stone blocks. And then chuck some stairs under the windows here. Put some fences beside the door, and then on top of the fences we're going to add a secondary little roof with a slab and some trapdoors. Next, it's time to add in the pathway. This pretty much just consists of randomly placed dirt path and also coarse dirt. Then add some pots on those upside down stairs, put in some flowers, then behind those put in some glass panes. And then just go ahead and add a bunch of flowers in front of the house. I'm doing 2 patches, this one with a white theme, and then to the right of that, a red theme. Also, be sure to add in some grass as well, just to break up the repetitiveness of all of the flowers. Next, it's time to excavate our interior. So dig up 4 blocks here, and then we're going to go in by an additional 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... only 5. And then to the left and right, we're going to go in by 3 blocks. And then just go ahead and excavate all of this area out. After that's done, be sure to replace anything that isn't stone with stone. Now, 1 away from the back wall on the left and right, let's add in some stripped oak wood pillars, and do the same on these corners here as well. Now we're going to add some stairs on the top and bottom of all of these pillars. So go ahead and go around and just add in all of these stairs. Then all the way along the top here, let's add in a bunch of barrels. And now in pretty much all of the gaps around all of these oak stairs, add in some oak trapdoors. Now it's time to work on the back wall. Fill in this section here with stone, and then dig out this area here for the double chests. Then go ahead and fill it in with double chests. I actually forgot to add slabs above them here, but just make sure to add slabs above the chests so that they can open. Add in a stripped oak pillar right here, and then in the right section add in all of the essential crafting blocks that you need. Also be sure to fill in this section here with stone, and then add a grindstone on the top. Also add in a little table here with a upside down stair and also some trapdoors. Then add some little decorations around. It doesn't really matter what exactly you use, just pretty much whatever you can get your hands on. Be sure to add in a potted azalea here and also a lantern. And then let's move on to the furnace area. So add in a strip of furnaces, blast furnaces, and also some smokers. And now let's move on to the bedroom. So for the bedroom, let's excavate a little 3x3 area here, and this is 2 blocks deep. Then add in a strip of oak logs right here. To the left and right of that, add in some barrels, but leave a gap on the bottom as we're going to place in some little bedside tables with stripped oak here. On top of those, place in some pots with any flowers. Above those, let's add in some more oak stairs. Also extend this trapdoor here and chuck your bed in. And with that, the flower forest starter base is completed. Now let's move on to the next one. Firstly, find yourself an area like this within a snowy tundra biome. And then we're going to go in and create this rectangle shape here, which is 5 wide and 2 high. Then extend it up by 1 more block. And then add in some stone stairs here, and up here, replace that block with a stone slab. And then excavate a little bit more into the base. We're going to go 2 blocks deep. And then place on your spruce door. Make sure this is on the second block in and not on the first block. And then all the way around the door, add in a bunch of trapdoors. Now let's add on the little window, so place a trapdoor here, underneath it an open fence gate. Then destroy the trapdoor behind it, and there's our little window done. Next, let's decorate the exterior by placing some barrels, extinguish campfires, and also let's raise up a bunch of the snow around the area. And we're also going to take out a little bit of the snow as well to add in a kind of pathway. Now it's time to do the rest of the excavation for the interior. So line yourself up with the center, and then we're going to dig in by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we're also going to extend it up by 1 as well. And now just go ahead and excavate this entire area out. And once that's done, we're also going to extend the left wall out by 1 more as well. Next, it's time to start on the back wall. So line yourself up with the center of the entrance, and all the way at the end, add on a slab with an armor stand, and place another slab above that. Above that, add in some stone and place some barrels all the way along that as well. Now below the barrels, let's add in some spruce stairs, and then also add in some trapdoors as well. In this gap here, just fill it in with stone. And then let's chuck a lantern on here so we can see a little bit easier. And then let's dig out this area here for the chests, fill in this little section with stone, and then fill in all of the chests. Once again, I forgot to put slabs above the chests so that they are openable, so be sure to put slabs above those chests. Next, let's chuck our armor stand back in because I accidentally destroyed it. And then to the right of the chests, let's add in some essential crafting blocks just like this. And then behind that, put in some spruce planks, and behind the armor stand, let's put in some stripped spruce wood. Chuck on a pot plant on top of the crafting table with a spruce sapling, and fill the armor stand with whatever armor you want. Now above the barrels, add in some stone here to cover up this gap, and now it's time to create the roof. So let's create 3 pillars here with stripped spruce wood. In between these at the ends, let's place some spruce stairs and then fill up the gaps with spruce slabs. Next, let's move on to the left side, which is the fireplace. Fill in this column here with stone and then excavate this little area here. Fill in this gap here with more stone, and now let's add in the fireplace. So let's start off by placing some stone brick walls here. Dig out this little section here and replace these stone blocks with stone bricks. Next, let's place some stone brick stairs on top of the walls here, and then also we're going to fill in this little section with stone bricks, and then put some stone brick slabs here. Add in your campfire, and in front of it some iron bars, and then put in some stone brick stairs right here. And now let's add in the decoration, some extinguished campfires. To the right, add a shelf, and on top of that, place a lantern. On the left, add another shelf, and on top of that, place a flower pot with a spruce sapling. And again, another shelf with another extinguished campfire. And that's the fireplace completed. Now, let's finish up with the bedroom. Excavate this 3x3 area here, and we're going to go a total of 4 deep. Add some pillars in the corners with stripped spruce wood, and in between them, let's place some spruce stairs, and in the center, a spruce trapdoor. In front of that, let's add a bed and then some carpet around the bed as well. On these two sections here, we're going to place some more strip spruce wood with a poppy in a flower pot and then a lantern on the right side. Next, let's add in the roof. We're going to add in some spruce slabs here, and in the middle, add in some spruce trapdoors. On the entrance, add in some spruce stairs, and below them, some more spruce trapdoors. And with that, we have now fully completed the snowy biome base. And that's it for all of the bases. Comment down below which one you decided to build or which one was your favorite. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like as it helps more people find this video for them to also possibly enjoy. Cheers for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next video.